Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So today's video, I'm very excited. I've been meaning to do it for a while and then I just haven't gotten around to it, and I've talked about it, and it is the Glamlite Hershey's Kiss Milk Chocolate Palette. I actually have both. I got the milk chocolate and the cookies and cream, but today is going to be a review and kind of first impressions of the Hershey's Milk Chocolate one. I got the palette and I got the lip kit bundle. I didn't get the highlighter for either set. Wasn't interested in it. It looks gorgeous, but I just don't need another highlighter, and it just, and then actually watching Teresa's is Dead's review, I'm glad I didn't get it. So I passed on that, but I did get the palettes and the lip kit. So today I'm gonna go over the Hershey's Kiss one, or the milk chocolate one, and then I'll do a separate video for the cookies and cream. So I did wanna do a separate video because I do wanna do two separate looks, and I wanna do some comparisons. So let's dig into the milk chocolate. Okay, so a little bit about these palettes. I think they came out probably about a month or so ago. I was very eager. I purchased these to review, but I also purchased them because I wanted them. I love chocolate. I can't eat the cookies and cream, so this is, you know, the next best thing, I guess. And I loved the quality of the Hershey's Kiss. I have two of the Hershey's Kiss ones. I love these. These I actually picked up at TJ Maxx, and I absolutely love them. So I was very excited. I never purchased them because I really only wanted these two, and I didn't want to pay for the shipping. So when I picked them up at TJ Maxx, I was more than happy, and that was my first experience with Glamlite, and I loved it. Then by the time I got it, a lot of people had gotten this in PR and their videos were up, so I didn't really have the rush to do it. So that was kind of the reason why it's just kind of gotten on the back burner. But I did purchase it. Like I said, I purchased the two palettes, which are normally $22, and then if you bought both, they were $40. That's still on the site, the same thing. And then if you purchased the lip kits, they were $18. But if you purchased them together, then I think they were $32. So you got them for like $16 instead of $18. So you saved a little bit of money. And then I think I also had a coupon because it was the first time ordering on their website. So I think I had a promo code. I don't have a promo code with Glamlite. If that changes, it'll be in the description box, or I will pin it in a comment. Hopefully I will in the future, but I don't right now. And then I had to like hit a certain amount. So then I bought the Hershey's Kiss sponge. So I have no intention of using this. It is a sponge shaped like a Hershey's Kiss. I purchased this. This was part of the old collection, but I wanted it, and I'll never use it. It'll just sit there, but it's adorable. So, but let's get into the palette. Like I said, so I wanted to show first of all the packaging. Like I just showed this. It's open. It is so realistic. Like when it opened, oh, my husband was like, "Oh, you got chocolate," and not even realizing that this was actually makeup. So that's how really good. And I even purchased. This is a real chocolate bar, and just so you can see how realistic this looks. I mean, so very realistic. Now I will say it's a little hard to get out of the packaging, so I'll probably do that off camera, but it's really, really realistic. So I was very impressed with that. And then here is the packaging for the lip kit. So you can see here, it says lip kit on there. So that is the packaging. I mean, A+ with the packaging. Okay, and we'll look inside the palette. So one of the things, my biggest complaint about the Hershey's Kiss ones was storing them. They were just very difficult to store. They're pretty thick, they're bulky. You know, for a 9-pan, they take up a lot of space. So, I mean, they're beautiful. The colors and the shades are amazing. This one actually, I like the milk chocolate more than the almond one, but the storing is kind of a pain. Like I can't store these with my regular palettes. So I love the size of these. Like I actually prefer this one over this one, mainly because of the packaging. Now maybe it's not as cute or as fun, but I think it's right on par with, you know, Hershey's Kiss, plus it's easy to store. So you're gonna get 16 shades, and it's a pretty compact palette. You're getting 16 shades in a nice size palette. So I really do like that. Like let's just compare it to the actual chocolate bar so you can kind of see. Like you're getting 16 shades, so that's a lot. So this is the milk chocolate one. You can see here, you can see I have not touched it. I have wanted to, but I have not. And I will do a just quick side-by-side. I'm not gonna do swatch comparisons, but I'll do a quick side-by-side with the with the one from Cookies and Cream, just so you can see side by side. So here it is. It is beautiful. Now I don't know if they have names. I don't think they have names. I'll look on the website, but I don't really care because I really don't need names. But let's swatch. Okay, I'm gonna go with the top row first. So there are no names, so I'm just gonna go with the top row. There's one, there's the second one, third, and fourth. So that right there is the top row. Now for the middle row, we've got the 5th shade, 6, 7, and 8. And finally the bottom row, we've got 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so as you can see, the bottom row is very dark, and this is a pretty deep palette. As far as the transition shades, I see the 2 right here, but the mattes just blended out. I mean, they swatched really, really creamy. I think the shimmers are beautiful. This is a basic, very warm, deep brown palette. I mean, it is milk chocolate. I think it's the definition of milk chocolate. So this is what milk chocolate's all about. Okay, so we're just gonna dig in right here. I'm gonna go in with this orange shade. I'm wearing like an orangish top, so I'm just gonna go in with this orange shade with my Sigma E25, and I'm gonna go in that on my transition. I'm gonna try and go very light, so I'm dusting it off because I wanna go really light on that with that shade, because there's really not a lot of light shades. So I'm gonna go pretty light-handed with that shade. So because they are very, very pigmented, and as you can see, I'm being successful, but I went in very, very light. Okay, so my transition shade is on, and now I'm gonna go in with this shade, the 5th shade right here. I'm gonna go in on the outer corner. Again, this is like my standard, how I do my eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna go in on the outer corner here, press it in on the outside, and then what I do there is then I just bring it up into the crease and blend it out. So I don't think I'm gonna need to even add any more on this side because it's so pigmented, but I'll just bring it out, blend it over, and then try and just blend and smooth out the edges. Okay, so the outer corner and crease is done with the deeper shade, I guess the smoke out shade. And then next I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try and go in with brush first. And I've been eyeing ever since I did the swatches, this shimmer right here. I just think it's beautiful. So I think with this palette is you're gonna get a lot of similar looks. Like you're gonna get a really good quality, you're gonna get a brown, neutral, very warm palette. I will say I didn't necessarily get this for the palette and the color story. I got this because it's Hershey Kisses, like that's where I got it. However, I would not have gotten this if I knew if it was like, you know, a brand that was not good quality. I knew Glamlite's formula. I knew this was something I was going to like and use, but it wasn't something that I was going to, you know, just keep and not use because it's crap. Like I don't buy the makeup that's collabs if I know I'm not going to use it. So that makes sense. But do I have this color story? Probably, but it's still really great, and I really like the Glamlite formula. So I'm gonna put this on the brush, and I'm going to try and go in with the brush first. I will probably go in, it's actually going on pretty well with the brush, but I will probably go back in with my finger because it just usually blends out better and goes on better with my finger, but I was gonna try with the brush first. Okay, I finished it on both lids, and then I started going in the inner corner, and I forgot I wasn't on camera. So, but I'm gonna go in with this first shade. It's not necessarily ideal because this one's kind of silvery and this one's kind of gold, but I'm just gonna mix it. Why not, right? And I'm just gonna put it in on the inner corner a little bit. Now there isn't a brow bone or really true inner corner. I mean, this is inner corner, but like a brow bone shade here. So that's probably the purpose of the highlights in the other, but the highlight in the milk chocolate was kind of like a bronzy highlight. I don't know, it wasn't gonna work for me, so I wasn't gonna purchase it. Yeah, so that is the inner corner, and it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to go now off camera, clean this up a little bit, put some mascara, and come back and do the lip kit. Okay, so I finished my eye look and I cleaned it up a little bit. I did put a little highlight on my brow bone, but love it. It is just the same quality that I remember from the other two. think it's gorgeous. And yeah, this is for $22. I think it's great. So I'll talk a little bit about that. We'll do some comparisons to the other ones in a second as well, but I want to get into the lip kit now. Okay, so as I mentioned, the lip kit is $18. It comes with 3 products. Comes out to $16 if you buy both the milk chocolate and the cookies and cream one. And it comes with a liner, which is a twist up, which I love. So that's the liner, and we'll here swatch the liner real quick. So that's the liner. And then it also comes with a lipstick, which I love. I absolutely love the packaging of the lipstick. It's a magnetic. It says Glamlite Hershey's on the front. And here you can see here, really nice shade, very, very nude. And that is the lipstick. And then the third product is the gloss. So here it is, you have like the Hershey's on this side, and then it's like embossing on this side. So this is the gloss. Now there's no names, I guess it's just the milk chocolate, you know, lip. So there's the applicator here, really nice. And yeah, so really nice combo. I don't know how it's gonna look on me. I think I'm leaning towards the cookies and cream one as far as the lip kit is concerned, but I mean, just for the packaging alone, I love it. So let's first do the lip liner. I'll do all 3 and let you know what I think. Okay, so here is the lip liner shade. I ended up just kind of filling it in. That's kind of how I always do it. And especially this being dark. This is probably not a color. I don't think I have anything like this. I don't know if I would normally pick a shade like this, but you know, it's pretty dark. But you know, I still like it for, you know, what it is. And then I think it's probably gonna go very well with the lipstick. So we'll put this on now. I know as far as the lip liner is concerned, this is the first time I've tried any of their lip products. This is gorgeous. Like it goes on really nice, very creamy, blended out really nice. So I really like the formula. I've heard that the other one, the one that's like a pencil that you have to sharpen, is not as good. This one was super creamy. So I don't know if they changed the formula or what, but I really like that one. So we'll put the lipstick on now. Okay, so there is the lipstick. Now this is like a matte formula. Again, this is probably not a shade I would have normally picked out, but I think it looks really good with the combo. And I think I would just kind of play around with it, maybe mix this with other shades to kind of get something, you know, maybe not as vampy, and the same thing with this one. But, you know, I don't hate it, so I guess that's a good thing. But let's put in the gloss now and see how I like it with the gloss. Okay, so with the gloss, and I don't know, does this smell? I think it smells like, I think it's scented. I'm not sure. It smells nice. So I like it definitely with the gloss more. So I like the combo. Do I love this? No, it's definitely a little too dark, or definitely darker than what I prefer. However, I don't have anything like this, so maybe there'll be something that I want to wear, like a brown type lipstick, milk chocolate lipstick. However, for the packaging alone, I love it. I have no regrets getting it. So, and I think it goes great with the eyeshadow palette. Now I was going to do swatch comparisons with the Hershey Kisses palettes, but when I was looking them side by side, I just don't think they're similar enough. So here you have the Hershey's Kisses with almonds, and you can see it's very similar, but this one is definitely warmer. And then I'll just kind of show you here. These are the swatches of the shimmers on the Kisses palette, and this one is definitely more impactful. These are very similar, but I think you're just going to get similar looks. But again, the whole thing is that the packaging for these, you know, it's a lot easier to store this one. But if you have this and you're interested in this, you like me, you like it, you know, I think it's worth it. But however, if you're looking for shades like this gold one, you're not going to find it. The same thing with the Milk Chocolate Kiss. So here's the Milk Chocolate Kiss. This one's a little bit similar. So as you can see, it's a little warmer. This one's cooler toned than this one, but the impactful shade in this one is this one at the top. This is my favorite shade, and this is why I love this palette. So really, you don't have anything like that in this palette. So I don't necessarily makes this a bad palette. It's just a different, like that shade right here makes this palette. And then I'll just swatch the other two shimmers from this palette. This one right here is really dark. I've never even worn it. It's just way too dark for me. And then this one right here is really pretty. So this one you're gonna have, I think the only two shades that you're not gonna have like similarities or that impactfulness are these two. I think those are the ones that are really impactful, like almost wet on the eye from the Hershey's Kisses palettes. But so it's a little different than these, but you're gonna get similar vibe. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Okay, so final thoughts about the Glamlite Hershey's Milk Chocolate collection. I love it. Obviously, I didn't get the highlighter. Sorry, my pug is here. I didn't get the highlighter, but as far as the palette and the lip kit, I love them both. Now, as far as the shades, I'm not really thrilled with the shades, but I have no regrets getting this. So if you are a chocolate lover and you just like the packaging, for $18, I think it's great. This is 22, this is 18. So I think for a set, it's fantastic. Now, Glamlite does occasionally show up in TJ Maxx. This is something that she's not, you know, shied around. It's, you know, she's kind of, the owner has even said, like, put it on her Instagram, like when she's having a meeting with TJ Maxx. So will this end up in TJ Maxx? Maybe. The thing with TJ Maxx is you just never know when it's going to show up. You don't know when it's going to show up, if it's going to show up, and how much it's going to be. So I would say if you really want it, I think it's worth the $22. You know, get the set, you know, so I think it's worth the price that it is. But if you want to wait and see and, you know, have a TJ Maxx near you, definitely worth it. That's kind of the approach I took with these. Now, I wasn't necessarily expecting to see them in TJ Maxx, but when I did, I immediately picked them up, and I think these cost me about $10. Now, these are cheaper than this one, but I think these were about, like, I think these came out to $9.99. So, but again, I think they're great. I think it's adorable. I think it's just a great collection. It's fun. And, you know, again, I love it. And I think I'll get a lot of use out of this one. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. I will be doing the cookies and cream one hopefully soon, hopefully in the near future. And it may maybe be right after this one, or it may be in another month. I don't know. But with that, bye everyone.